you can just get your mind together, then come on across to me.
Thank you for joining us this evening on The Experience. Coming up, Amy Savage is going to be joining us. She is one of the role models, a Weight Watchers 2010 role model. There's only 100 in the country. She's lost over 100 pounds. We'll find out how she did it, and yes, I'm definitely interested in finding out how that can be done. Also, now I'm going to talk about food. We also have coming up on Monday night, Tastefully Quabbin. This is a signature event for Quest, the Quabbin Education Foundation for students and teachers. And here to tell us about this great event is Carrie Conahan, who is the president of Quest. Carrie, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Hank. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so now we visited with you about a year ago, actually, right before the first Tastefully Quabbin, I believe. And Quest was a brand new organization, so really still pretty new. Tell us a little bit about why Quest was formed.
Sure. Quest was developed to meet the needs of the Quabbin Regional School District in a way that goes beyond taxpayers and state and federal funding. It's recognizing the fact that, you know, even if you level fund a school district, Hank, what it amounts to is a budget cut. Because as we're sitting in our homes and we're thinking about, oh my gosh, gas has gone up, food's gone up, if you translate that into a school district's budget, then you realize that level funding a school district is actually decreasing the amount that they have to spend on students. So Quest fills a unique need. What we're doing is we're providing educational enrichment and enhancement for the students of the district and giving teachers an opportunity to apply for grant funding for innovative projects, to give hands-on activities into classrooms.
Now, when you say an innovative project, I mean, what would qualify for an innovative project? Is this sending kids out to museums on field trips, or is it putting, you know, something physical in a classroom, or can it be all of the above?
Well, given our first round of grants, I would say it's a little bit of all of the above. We had a teacher who took a group of students that were working on community service learning. They visited Heifer Project International in Rutland. So not only did they learn about various world cultures that they might have been studying in school, but they also learned about how people are giving and the impact of a cow to a village in another country. Right. So different economies. There's a lot of valuable lessons just by visiting a site.
And without Quest, they would not have been able to go on this field trip, because in this recession that we're in, the school's cutting back. We have schools now who are charging the kids to be on sports teams, who are charging the kids to take the bus to school in the morning. So clearly there's some tough times in the schools. Without Quest, these kids might not have been able to go to the Heifer Project.
That is correct. Yeah. You know, and one of the other areas that we saw several proposals for was career development. Being a district that is, you know, I'd say it's mostly rural.
Quabbin
is Barry, Hardwick, New Braintree, Hubbardston, Oakham. So it's a little bit removed from a lot of major corporations.
What
and
they have
businesses.
to travel to find the cows.
They went to Rutland. Well, there's cows practically in the backyard of most of these schools.
Some of these kids would be able to, to see them. But yeah,
exactly.
so as you said, it's rural. These kids are getting some opportunities that unfortunately over the last couple of years have been taken away just because it is this tough recession that we're in. When you go out and you're obviously raising money through things such as Tastefully Quabbin, but other ways in which you're raising money as well, what's the feedback from the parents of the kids who are in the school? And I'd also like to know the feedback from adults who don't have kids. Their kids may have graduated. Is it, hey, I pay my taxes, I walked uphill to school in snowstorms, you know, each way when I was a kid. What do you mean we've got to fund outside of the normal funding channels?
Well, I'd say, you know, to your last point, I've only heard one very, very humorous comment about, you know, the voluntary school tax, but it was said in a very lighthearted manner. Everyone has been fantastically supportive of the Education Foundation.
Yeah.
And realizing, you know, when you put things like this into a community, it's not just good for the students and the teachers. It's also good for the realtor that's looking to sell homes in that area, for businesses that are looking for an educated workforce. So
it's quality of life. You
really
go driving into a school, what's the first thing? You're absolutely right. It's a great example.
Look at the schools.
Well, I'm gonna be raising my family here. This is where I want to spend my life. what's the school system like, and Quest helping out with these kids. So this year, more money being raised. Now, Tastefully Quabbin is an easy way for us to get involved. We can go out and we can have some fun,
right.
and you know, and have some great meals from some great restaurants as well. What are some other ways in which, you know, Quest, Quabbin Education Foundation for Students and Teachers, is able to raise money to give back to the community?
Well, one way that we're also exploring, since we are incorporated with our nonprofit status, we're able to apply for grants that the school district may not be able to apply for. So over the course of the year, we've had meetings with teachers and principals, and we're exploring some of those larger wish type items. For instance, there's a middle school science teacher that would absolutely love to get WeatherBug into the classroom. WeatherBug, so that they'd be able to do on-site weather forecasting and prediction right there, and teach that skill to students. So when you know, some of our local media is giving a weather forecast, they'll say, and now coming from the field from our reporters out in the Quabbin Regional School District, and they'd have a chance to give their weather report. And
clearly something that in these hard times, when a school is looking at their budget and a teacher says, well, we need WeatherBug, yeah, not this year, and then it's going to keep being year after year. So this is where Quest steps in. Fantastic. Carrie, we're going to talk more about that, and specifically, we're going to talk about the event Tastefully Quabbin that is coming up Monday night. It'll be out in Hardwick, which is a beautiful drive. Come on out and be part of it, and make sure that you're supporting such a great organization. So lots more to come right here on the Hank Stolz Experience.